please. Okay. My reading is from John 13:34-35. I give you a new command. You're to love another the way I loved you. This is how all will know that you're my disciples. My second one is from Luke 10:38-40. As they traveled, Jesus entered a village where a woman named Martha welcomed him to her home. She said she had a sister named Martha who seated herself at Jesus' feet and listened to his word. Martha, who was busy with all the details and hospitality, came to Jesus and said, Rabbi, don't you care that my sister have left me all alone to do household chores? Sometimes we get in the midst of our lives thinking we are living up to full potential, but forgetting about who we love, leaving them behind in our lives. The family and friends are asking you to call me, but you make excuses saying, oh, I am, working long hours, and by the time I get home, have to feed the kids or other things that come up in your daily life. This goes on for years and years. By the time you think about them, they are gone. I mean gone. Like you blink your eyes, vanish, poof, gone. Sometimes we get beside ourselves, worrying about our social life, wondering about finding out who's your best friend or girlfriend going out with, wondering about who texted you, or trying to find out who said what in a conversation that sidetracked us. But instead of worrying about what's going on with our loved ones, we're worried about how long we can keep a best friend if they are your best friend. How long you could keep a girlfriend or boyfriend thinking that life is all about how you dress, what kind of music you listen to. Or evenly, if you have an iPod to show off to your friends to stay their friend, or else you're not good enough to be in their group or to be their friend. Now, some people can get involved in themselves internally, getting sidetracked on what kind of car they drive or how they live, what kind of house they live in, or how much money they make in a year. All of us here know how money can change you or break you, leaving you packing, facing whatever is head your way, bringing you closer away from your family and friends, leading you down the lonely road. And by the time of the road, you won't know if you want to go forward, backwards, left, or right. I did the same thing, making excuses to my grandma, saying, I will call you later, but never get around to doing it. Every time she would ask me, why didn't you call me that following Sunday, I would make excuses, saying, oh, I had homework, or, I had to do this and that, so I couldn't call. But this week, for sure, I will call you, but I forgot again. But really, behind brown eyes, I was too busy in my social life, worrying about other things that involved in myself. Too busy just to call and say hi to her and my grandpa. Now, not to even to see how both of them were doing. Not thinking what was up ahead. To this day, I look back after 2 years since my grandpa passed away, and I say I regret for not calling them both to say hi. Sometimes, something that would have took 1 minute went by so fast. Just 1 minute I couldn't take out of my day and say hi. Now to this day, I wish I could talk to him one more time to hear his voice. It's a movie named Click that ends up just like I did. It's about a man that buys a universal remote, but this is no normal remote. This remote can pause life, fast forward, or go back. While he fast forwards through time, he skips a year of his life, missing the passing of his dog, skipping dinner with his family, which probably includes Thanksgiving and Christmas. While he continues on using the remote control, the remote breaks, and fast forward 10 years later. His kids hate him, and now divorced from his wife. By the end of the movie, he is dying and realized that he don't have no family to depend on. because he missed out by fast forwarding through his life, ending up at the end of the lonely road. Begging for his son's forgiveness, saying, "Son, I am sorry. Son, I am sorry." Looking in his eyes in deep sorrow, knowing that he's about to die. Being sidetracked in his life, in his daily life, he took the easy way out by fast forwarding so he wouldn't have to deal with things that me and you have to deal with on a regular basis in our lives. Just like in the first reading, you're to love one another the way I have loved you. We come together and share the love with each other, even when we are dealing with our daily life and getting sidetracked. We only got 400 seconds in the day to turn it all around or to throw it all away. We got to tell them that we love them while we got the chance to say, we got to live like we are dying. Thanks be to God. Amen.